cute. Oh, pussycat. Oh, lovely. Yeah, just heading out now from Natchez up to Vicksburg. Spending the night there. We're going up through the Natchez Trace.
Yes, we're on the just on about mile marker 8 of the Natchez Trace Parkway of 444 miles, stretches from Natchez to Nashville. It's a scenic route that's got no shops, no petrol stations, very little traffic. It's just it is a nice scenic drive. Dotted all the way the length of the parkway are just little historical points. Obviously the parkway was originally carved out with Native Americans, then with the traders, I think they were called cane tucks, from Ohio and Kentucky, who would go down the Mississippi on their flatboats with the goods to sell down in Natchez or New Orleans. And then obviously they didn't have power to get back upriver, so they'd sell their boats and then on foot make their way back 444 miles up the old Native American parkway that had been created and over time become a sunken pathway. Oh, I see cane tucks, it says on the sign, cane tucks. Yeah, so this point of interest stop is because part of obviously the roadway is not the original path of the Natchez Trace. For the most part it follows a sort of parallel route, and the actual Trace Parkway itself is off to the side of the road, so there's a little bit of it across the road, so we'll just go and have a look at that a second. Of course we are out in the wilds. I've been bitten once by something, so just take care where I'm walking. Yeah, so that's going up there. It's part of the old original Natchez Trace, which had naturally been funneled out with all the foot traffic. Yeah, Shan didn't come over. Too much noise with bugs, and she's jumped back in the car. Something obviously flew past her, because she'd rather sit in the boiling hot car than face the bugs. Stopping off at Mount Locust. Historic house. Yes, this is a Mount Locust as an inn. So it says after 1795 the Mississippi was legally opened for American traffic. Settlers floated their products downriver and sold them at Natchez or New Orleans. Most of them walked back over the Trace because their boats could not go upstream. An 1812 almanac lists the taverns on the Trace. Mount Locust was at Uniontown. Laid out by Ferguson in 1799, the town had an inn, a tannery and a few houses. It remains the only one of more than 50 inns that existed between 1785 and 1830 along the trace. It's been restored to its 1810 appearance with bollards. The nice thing about this Trace Parkway is that, apart from him in the background, obviously, it's so peaceful. It's very peaceful, and you certainly don't have to fight your way through the crowds. Don't have to fight your way through the crowds to see things, because that's just us parked there.
All the traffic.
Yeah.
To speak of.
And it's turned. What's the time now? 10:15, is it? 10:30. It's boiling. Boiling. Never mind, that's what we came here for. So this is Port Gibson, just passing through on our way up to Vicksburg. And it's the First Presbyterian Church here. It says, this church with a hand pointing to heaven is the most famous building in Claiborne County. The original hand of gilded wood was carved by young Daniel Foley. Let's take a look at the hand. It's also the second oldest Presbyterian church in the Old Southwest. I just about make it out. We'll go across the road. That's better. Get a better look at it from this angle. Sean slips off the pavement.
What is that? What is the
Why did they put the hand up there? I don't know, is it just pointing the way to God? It's just a historical mark of Port Gibson, first known as Gibson's Landing. Port Gibson selected as the Claiborne County seat in 1803, had the state's first library. Chartered in 1818. Yeah, we passed the sign for Port Gibson coming into the town there with a quote underneath it saying Port Gibson, too beautiful to burn, which was said by Ulysses S. Grant. The Union Army leading up to the siege of Vicksburg landed down the Mississippi River from Port Gibson, just a little ways in Bruinsburg, I believe the town was called, which no longer exists, and marched his men up through Port Gibson on the way to Vicksburg, further up the road north, which is where we're heading to now.